Deseret News Rewind is presented by Heidemann and Associates. Call them now for a free consultation, 801-754-4240, or go to utah.law. Welcome in Deseret News Rewind. Dusty Litster and Dane Stewart. As always, we are presented by Heidemann and Associates, but the award show is brought to you by the Utah Army National Guard.
That's right, Dusty, and boy, I mean, if you're trying to figure out how you're going to pay for that next step in your life and aren't quite sure, there's no better place than the Utah Army National Guard. Up to $20,000 in educational assistance available from the Utah Army National Guard. Over 150 different career path options available as well. Lots of choices available for people who are good at making decisions like us. To learn more, visit www.nationalguard.com.
And if you make some bad decisions in life, Heidemann and Associates, they're there for you. Justin Heidemann, a great supporter of what we do here. But go check him out, utah.law. Get a free consultation set up. Let him know Deseret News Rewind sent you. Justin will take care. A great friend of the program. Known him for a very, very long time. You can absolutely trust him. Known him forever. All right, we're going to go to the big awards here this one. Let's start first. Mr. Rewind. There are other awards go to some. We don't use those names. Mr. Rewind. You know, Mr. Rewind's lots of things. You got to be a good leader. Lots of stuff. And all these guys encompass that. Okay, first and foremost. So let's start here. Nate Ritchie, Swiss Army knife of the Lone Peak Knights.
We say he does it all, and he does it all. Dusty, field goal kicker, does kickoffs. We've seen his coverage in the secondary has been absolutely fantastic the last couple of years as a roamer. He can lock guys down. We saw that against Bishop Gorman. And hey, he'll even run the football for touchdowns this year. He'll catch him as well. Nate Ritchie, boy, phenomenal career coming to an end this year and very deserving of a nomination for Mr. Rewind.
We want to give Corner Canyon fans just a moment to might have a heart attack. Cole Hagan, the young quarterback out of Corner Canyon.
No doubt, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you talk about what he's done. Never lost a game as a starter at Corner Canyon. Enough said. By the way, one of the top passers in the classification for yards and touchdowns, and a 1,000-yard rusher as well.
And our reigning Offensive Player of the Year.
Yes, yeah.
He's been pretty doggone good for more than just this season.
Yeah.
And when we talk about Swiss Army knives, I'll tell you one of the most effective ones, Mason Falslev, the do-it-all man for Skyview.
Yeah, what a run he had in his career, Dusty, and he's a human highlight. I mean, we've been showing him on our Rewind Top 5 for years now, and did it again here in the semis and championships. Impressive one-handed grabs, one-handed pick in the end zone in this one. A wide out, they'll bring him in the backfield. He'll even throw touchdowns. Mason Falslev, congratulations on a great career.
And if you're a five-star guy, you have to be on this list. But he does everything, and that's Noah Sewell.
Man, incredible from Noah Sewell this year. And, you know, I don't know if he was ever 100% healthy, but that dude, good luck stopping him. I mean, he is a freight train coming at you on both sides of the football. And I don't know anyone who wants to strap up the old chest pads and chin strap and go at old number 2 for Orem. He's a load. And, you know, one of the big reasons why they're state champion again this year.
And not for 48 minutes, no less. Yeah. All right, from the guys we talk about every week to the guys that maybe we didn't give enough love to.
Right.
And we always want to do this, and a lot of times it's underclassmen, but it's the unheralded players, and this is all classifications included. And one of my absolute favorites when we look at this is Dylan Bauer, young man out of Park City.
We're so glad that we had a chance to see him in the semifinals and championships. I know, you know, season didn't end the way that Park City wanted to, but Dylan Bauer, just a gritty running back, and they do a lot of things to try to get him open. And even in a championship game that did not go their way, he had a really good game. Was the majority of the offense for Park City in that one. Dynamic running back, tough, physical, quick. Love what we saw from Dylan Bauer this year, and probably should have talked about him a little bit more.
Yeah, you know, and if Brandon Maddich was still the head coach, he'd be wearing number 2.
I would.
So let's go to the actual number 2 for Brandon Maddich. Amini Amone, a freshman out of East.
Yeah, you don't understand how big of a deal that is for a freshman to get the old number 2. And Amini Amone, just a freshman, we talked about that, but boy, he was a load. And you look at what he did this year, and it was tough because East, we didn't have great stats on East this year, but you saw him in that semi against American Fork and even in other games, and he was the workhorse. He was the guy that had to carry that load, donning that number 2, and Amone, just a freshman. Watch out, bright future for this young man out of East High.
From a number 2 to Region 2, how about this young man, Naki Liha out of Kearns?
How about this? Was the leading rusher in the classification, Dusty. And Kearns, hey, they got their next great back. And in case you're curious, they've had a lot of great backs. And Liha may be the next great or the greatest through the Kearns lineage, and had a chance to see him against Hunter. Phenomenal year for the sophomore. Just a sophomore, he's going to be turning heads for a couple of years.
We don't always do this, but we only do this when we have both guys are on the same team, they play the same position, and we don't feel like we talk about them enough. And that is two guys who make huge impacts, and they did it for the 6A state champions, Cody Hagan and Talmadge Hanley.
Boy, Hanley, you look at the semis and championships, was there a receiver that had a larger yards per catch than Talmadge Hanley? I mean, it felt like he averaged 40 in the semi, and I think he averaged 30 in the championship. Huge nights for Talmadge Hanley. For Cody Hagan, look, the younger brother of Cole, they've got a great connection. We had a chance to talk to both of them. You can just tell the synergy that they feel, that connection. And I mean, look, that was Cole's entry to the championship. I'm going to get the ball to Cody, get the ball to Cody, help settle in a rhythm. We saw that for a majority of this year. Cody Hagan, just a sophomore, but boy, he's got a couple more years under Coach Kerr. He's going to be a target for a while for this Corner Canyon offense.
Absolutely. If you don't like some of the guys in there, again, Twitter only allows 4 slots. So write them in, hit us up at Dane News Rewind, at Dane_Stewart, or at Dusty Litster. Awards will be coming out very, very soon, and they're brought to you by the Utah Army National Guard. For Vince Francis and Dane Stewart, I'm Dusty Litster. Thanks for joining us and watching Deseret News Rewind, the awards video on Deseret.com.